we just got back from Mexico a couple days ago. And before I unpack, I had some requests to share with you the things that I brought as far as makeup and skin and products, the products that I brought. I've done these videos in the past when I travel and you guys always seem to like them, so I hope the same is the case today. Before I jump into what I had, I want to share the resort that we went to because I have been getting an crazy amount of messages and comments asking to share where we stayed. While we were there, I was getting questions about where we stayed, and with all the traveling I've done in the past and sharing on social media, I've never received that many questions about it, and rightfully so. It was one of the best vacations I've ever had, and that's saying a lot because my family and I, growing up, we've traveled a lot. We've been on a lot of cruises. We've been to a lot of exotic places, and this by far was one of my favorites and probably one of the nicest places I've ever been to, nicest resort. So I just want to share that in case any of you are ever looking for an exotic, tropical, warm vacation to take with your loved one, with your kids. This was a very family-friendly place. It had a whole kids club. It is my 4th trip that I won, but we didn't go last year because I was pregnant with Bentley. I missed Costa Rica, but with Stella Dot, I've also been to Punta Cana, Jamaica, and now Mexico, Riviera Maya. So this has been by far mine and Dan's favorite, but in the grand scheme of all the travel I've done in my time on Earth, this is probably up there with some of the best trips, best places. So we stayed at the Grand Velas, I don't know how to say it, in Riviera Maya. We flew into Cancun, and it was about a half an hour drive from the airport to the resort. Going to the resort, there was so many beautiful resorts, so I don't honestly know how you could choose. This trip was planned for us, so thank you to the whole behind the scenes of who planned it, because I don't know how they found it or how they came across it, but it was amazing. So it was an all-inclusive resort. Everything was paid for, except for the spa services that we had done, but everything, drinks, food. They had so many restaurants. Their presentation of the food was beautiful. The food was delicious. Everything was just gorgeous. The resort was huge. It had 3 separate locations. So we were staying in one. We often went to the other one for dinner and the pool. There was 3 different pools, and we didn't really get to explore the 3rd. So I feel like we need to go back. And I even told that to Dan. I would seriously consider coming back here rather than exploring a new place. It was that good. So I just wanted to mention that if you guys are looking for a place, it was beyond beautiful, incredible. The staff was so friendly and hospitable, so accommodating. If you guys have ever been on a cruise before, you know that the hospitality on the cruises is usually top notch, and this, I think, even surpassed that, if that's even possible. They carried your dish from the buffet to the table. They checked on you all the time in the room to see if you needed anything. Each room had a mini bar stocked with drinks, alcohol, snacks that were obviously all included, and they would constantly replenish that. Going home, I asked for a couple bags of ice to pack my breast milk in, and she brought me huge amounts of bags of ice. It was just an incredible experience, and they are so friendly and so hospitable, and I just wanted to spend the couple minutes to tell you about it because, like I said, it's been one of my favorite vacations, and I had so many questions about it. It was just a beautiful, beautiful resort. I'm gonna put this on silent because it's kind of annoying. So, with that being said, I want to share with you the things that I packed. There's a lot of stuff here, a lot of skincare, not a lot of makeup, but with my skin lately, I just never know what's gonna be going on, so I always like to have things just in case. So let's jump into skin first. This is an old bag that Benefit had sent me years and years ago, and I love it for toiletries because it's wipeable and it stores a ton of stuff. So there's 2 sides. I don't really have a rhyme or reason to how I packed it coming home, so I'm just gonna share with you some of the things that I took. So this is by Dr. Jart. These are their Tiger Grass Psycho Repair Nightly Repair Mask. So if you are familiar with the Hydro Sleep Mask, which I've shared and I love, you put this on after your nighttime moisturizer. I just ran out of it, so I couldn't bring that. This is the same thing, only this is more for color correcting. It's part of this whole Tiger Grass line. So if you're a fan of the color correcting treatment that I've raved about, you might like these. It's a very, very, very hydrating sleep mask. And I love that they're sold in individual packets. It actually comes in a box. So that was nice. I just pulled out what I needed. Nighttime moisturizer, I'm starting to use this. I just opened this. This is by L'Occitane, and this is their Divine Cream. And it smells really good. I'm not crazy about bringing glass bottles with me, but I really didn't have any other nighttime moisturizer that I wanted to bring. I brought some cotton pads and some Bioderma. Even though I didn't use this all that often, I'll show you what I did use to take off my makeup. It's actually right here. This is a little travel of the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse. It's a cleanse off oil. You put it on your face when it's dry, work it in, get all the makeup and dirt off, add some water, it emulsifies, and your face wipes clean. So I brought this as a backup, take off my bottom lash mascara especially, and to catch anything else, but I love little sample travel sizes whenever I can use them. And then along with the travel size, these are the facial radiance pads by First Aid Beauty. I use these night and day and night after I cleanse. I love them. As a just in case, I brought this Clean and Clear Percy gel. It's basically benzoyl peroxide, just in case I had any little pimples or flare-ups, which thankfully I did not. This is a nighttime eye cream that I think I got in a FabFitFun box that I'm almost out of, so I use this at night. I brought my new lash. Even though I have lash extensions, I still put new lash on at night. I think it's a good conditioner for your lashes, and it doesn't hurt that it helps them grow too. I also have 2 bug sprays, which I never ended up using. One's from Honest, one's from my friend's shop, LC Organics. There was no bugs, so that was awesome. A little travel size of my favorite dry shampoo by Elizabeth and James in the black scent. My favorite beach and summertime fragrance. This is Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in this really adorable little travel atomizer. I have some other perfumes they're in with my other case. And then my Origins Plantscription Anti-Aging Serum. So I use this serum at nighttime. On the other side, I brought some masks, which I didn't end up using. So I used the Dr. Jart Shake Shot mask. I put it on my Instagram story. Hopefully you saw that. It was a hydrating mask, and it was amazing for end of the trip when I just needed my skin to be rehydrated. But I also brought this one from Patchology. I just didn't end up using it. The Flash Mask. It's a 5-minute face mask to hydrate. I also brought some of these, which I did end up using. The Skin Iceland Hydra Cool Firming Eye Gels. These are so great to do in the morning. Just gives you a little pick-me-up. And these I love. I don't know if I've ever shared these. These are also by Skin Iceland. They're little blemish dots. So I brought these again just in case I had a pimple pop up or redness on my face. It's just a little circles, a little medicated circle, and you just put it on your pimple and sleep with it on, and it just kind of contains it, stops it from spreading, takes away redness, and dries it out. So I brought those. Those are great to travel with, but I also use those here at home. Dr. Jart Color Correcting Treatment. I use this every day as my moisturizer and as my SPF underneath my makeup when I did and when I didn't wear makeup. I didn't wear makeup to the pool, except one day I actually slept in my makeup. I was that tired. Such a bad thing. I'm like still kicking myself that I did that. But the only time I went to the pool with makeup on because I literally still had it on. But normally I don't wear makeup when I'm at the beach or the pool. So I would just put that on. And then my Origins Tinted Moisturizer, which is awesome, perfectly tinted, has SPF 40. And so I would put this on again, whether I was wearing makeup or not, just to give my skin a little even color. And then this is a really cool product that I brought too that I always forget to use at home. By Glam Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer. So on the days by the pool that I wasn't wearing makeup, I would put on my color correcting treatment, a little bit of tinted moisturizer, and then this to just give my skin nice hydrated glow. And then my daytime serum is this one, a little travel baby of the Ole Hendrickson Truth Serum Collagen Booster. It smells like oranges. It's really good. So I wanted to use this during the day. Is it Ole Hendrickson? I think it's Ole Hendrickson, not Ole Hendrickson. This was my daytime SPF by Dermalogica from their Dynamic Skin Recovery line. This has SPF 50. Not only did I pack this, but I brought this in my little pool bag each day, and Dan and I both use this on our faces as our sunscreen. And then just some other random stuff, some shampoos and conditioners, my Alterna Caviar. I didn't have a lot of this left, so I brought this to use it up. This is my favorite shampoo and conditioner. It has been for years. It is a little bit pricey, but you need a good moisturizer, a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner, you must try. If you are new to my channel, then hopefully this is helpful. If you are old to my channel, this is a dead horse because you know this is amazing. I stocked up on the pump size in the Nordstrom anniversary sale. It's the best for your hair. And then I also use little baby, I got these two from Peter Thomas Roth shampoo and conditioner. because I was running out of my Alterna. And I think I got these from a hotel, randomly. Then a little baby micro exfoliator by Dr. Brandt. Their Pore Dermabrasion. I just brought this as a, I only used it once or twice to just give my face a good scrub. I actually forgot my cleanser from Dermalogic. I forgot it at home. So between the pre-cleanse to remove my makeup, this exfoliator a couple days, and then just the Bioderma and the facial radiance pad to just make sure my skin was clean. That's all I really brought to cleanse my face. And then hair products. This I have not shared with you guys, but this is by the brand Way. You can find it at Sephora, and this is their Memory Mist, and it's a styling product meant to hold and have your hairstyle last days. And I cannot believe how well this works. I really thought it was gonna be a gimmick, but I bought it for vacation thinking I could use my hair to hold throughout the trip, so I didn't have to keep washing it every day. And this works so good. So you actually put it on your hair when it's dry before you're styling it. So before you curl it, before you wave it, before you straighten it, and it remembers your style and it holds it, and it smells really good. I've never really tried anything else from this line. I think I'm gonna try their dry shampoo next, even though I'm very loyal to my Elizabeth and James, but just to try something else, I'm just so impressed by this. So if you guys are someone that on a daily basis curls or styles your hair, even if it's just something simple, I would highly encourage you to try this because it might buy you a couple days from having to restyle. And then I bought this for my trip too. This is the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. I actually bought this I bought the perfume a couple years ago, and it was too strong. I thought it was gonna be just like the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, which I love, but it was too much. And so I picked up the body spray this time, and I like it because it still has that amazing beachy coconut Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess scent that I love so much, but it's not as intense or as potent. It's an all-over body spray. It sprays out like an aerosol, and it just smells so good. If you're taking a vacation or if you need a good summer fragrance, especially to pair with Bobbi Brown Beach or Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, pick this up. It is so, so good. And a lot less expensive than the actual perfume. So let's switch gears. So that's everything I packed as far as like skin and some hair. Then I packed, this is an old Ted Baker cosmetic pouch. I like it because it's clear. And this was in my pool bag every day. So I keep things in here that I don't want to spill, don't want to have spill all over my bags. So this I actually never use because, to be honest, as much as I love Mexico and it was beautiful, I stayed in the shade and I still got freaking melasma, or I guess it's melasma hyperpigmentation here, like a dark spot somehow because I had hats on and I was in the shade a lot. But anyway, Dan used this all the time. He got really, really bad sunburn, poor thing. So this is by Sephora, and it's their Moisturizing and Soothing After Sun Body Mist. I don't think they make this anymore. I wasn't able to find it online unless they just repackaged it, but it's also tan prolonging and it has aloe vera in it. So he used this nightly and it just cooled him down. It's a cooling sensation. It moisturized his skin, and not that he wanted to keep the redness longer, but it just relieved his itchiness and the hot that was radiating off of him. His sunburn. Bumble and Bumble Surf Spray. I love this stuff. This is the only styling product that I use up until I bought the Memory Mist, or I think that's what it's called, Memory Mist by Way, that I just shared. And I actually bring this in my pool bag too, because when your hair is wet, it's just the perfect product to put in your hair, and it just gives you like tousled waves, saltwater waves. So I use this to not only style my hair before I blow it dry, I put it in when my hair's wet, but then also when I would go for a dunk in the pool and get out, I would put this in my hair. So I really, really love that. The Caudalie Grape Water, I love this at the pool to just rehydrate my skin when I'm really hot. Again, Dan got super bad sunburn and he loved this too to just cool his face down. It's really inexpensive too. I brought this but didn't end up using it, the Erin Beach Cream. It's basically like a tan cream that you can put on your legs to make your legs look really tan, or put some streaks in your hair. It really smells really good and it's very pretty and bronzy. I don't know why I never use this, but it's a good product. The sunscreen that I bought, I did bring a little thing of Coola, but I ran out of it, and I bought this at Target before I went. I wanted to try it. It's by Pacifica, and this is their mineral sunscreen, the Coconut Probiotic. It's pretty much done. This is okay. I wouldn't repurchase it. I prefer the Coola. I'm always looking for something as good as Coola but cheaper because Coola is so expensive. And this is about half the price of Coola, but I was not crazy about it and Dan was not crazy about it. It's a little greasy. It does go on as a spray and you have to rub it in, but he was not crazy about it. Speak of the devil. And then I bought this one too. It's the bronzing sunscreen. You're being a creeper.
That was the worst.
This. Not this. Yeah.
It was the worst.
He didn't like it. Well, he doesn't think it worked, but he just didn't reapply it enough. That's the problem.
I have proof it doesn't work.
It worked for me.
I have proof it doesn't work. Look at that.
He's peeling really bad.
Look at that. Proof.
So anyway, I bought this one too to bring and never ended up using it. It's their bronzing sunscreen, and I went to use it the one day on the catamaran and somebody said she used it yesterday and it made everything orange. That was enough for me to know to not use it. So this is actually gonna go back to Target. This is another something that Dan used the entire trip by Skin Iceland. It's the Antidote Cooling Daily Lotion. It's a really cool product. It doesn't have SPF, so that's why I don't really love it for daily. But to calm and cool parched, dry, and sunburn skin, this is really good for that. It has a pump. So this came in my pool bag daily. So these were like his babies the whole trip. The grape water to cool, the skin lotion to hydrate, and then the after sun spray was all over his back and his arms. That is the pool stuff. I note I brought my hair dryer that I just used. This is by La Angelique, I think. It's the same one that same brand that I get my curling iron, that I love my curling iron. And I brought my T3, only I brought this attachment, the 1-inch, not the tapered. And that's the only hair stuff. And then my Tangle Teaser, obviously, to brush out my hair. So that is all hair. And then last up in my cosmetic case, this guy fits so much stuff. Like I don't even have half of this filled up, but I really like it. I usually wrap my makeup brushes in a washcloth to prevent the bag from getting dirty, to prevent all the makeup packaging to get dirty. So I'll show you really quick the brushes that I brought. Not a lot. These are the same brushes I use every day. My Studio Gear number 11 brush, I use this for loose powder. My blush brush, MAC 156, 59, 129, 129, oh my God. I didn't even remember. It's all worn off. That's how old this brush is. So blush brush, my Anastasia highlighting brush. I think this, yeah, the 23 for highlight. I brought this from Sigma, the F92. I don't think they make it anymore for bronzer, but I actually need to get a new bronzer brush. This is too fluffy for what I like. The brush that I use for my foundation, the Sephora 47 brush. And then these two I brought for my eyes, but I didn't end up using them. This one is by Sigma, the Tapered Blending E35. I was using it, or I brought it just to put color in my crease if I wanted, but I never ended up wearing anything on my eyes. And then this little marble rose gold one that I got in a set on Amazon that I've shared is basically like a MAC 239. It's a short stubby brush, and I use this to just put some color, some bronzer underneath my eyes on some nights. So I didn't bring a whole heck of a lot of brushes. I also did bring a beauty blender. Deodorant, this is the Schmidt's Snow Day. I love it. And then my makeup, if you watched my everyday getting ready with me video, none of these are gonna be a surprise to you. I brought my Solid Beauty Blender Cleanser. This is the only blush brush cleaner that I have any desire to have. I love it because it's solid. I don't have to worry about it spilling all over my bag. I use it to clean my beauty blender and my brushes. And I just love this. So I cleaned them before I came home. The night before I came home, I used my brushes that morning. That's why I wrapped them up. But it's just really convenient to have that in a solid. The foundation that I brought was my Smooth Liquid Camo by Dermablend. It's what I have on now. It's my holy grail. It's one of my favorites. My Laura Mercier Set Powder, oldie but goodie. My MAC So Ceylon. This is the mineralized skin finish, and I've had this forever, you guys know. I like that as a contour, but as a bronzer because it's got a rosy tint to it, and it's really makes your cheeks pretty. And I only brought two blushes. Charlotte Tilbury Sex on Fire is my pinky mauve blush, and then I brought a peachy little, this is one of the Makeup Forever little compacts that you can swap out different little pans. So these are two peach blushes, 302 and 308. I want to say B. So one's shimmery and one's matte, and I usually just mix them together, and I like this because it has a mirror. So those are the only blushes I brought. My highlight is Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in the gold. I've shared this 1,000 times. I'm actually wearing all of this stuff on my face right now if you're curious how anything looks. Concealers, I brought my Tarte Shape Tape favorite. 2 shades, medium, or I'm sorry, light neutral. I use this more so on my face if I have any things to cover up. And then this is under my eyes, Light Sand. It's the best under eye concealer. The Under Eye Corrector by Becca. I put this on and then I do the concealer, especially here. I have this blue line and then any darkness. It's a great combination. And then my primer. This is by Makeup Forever. Step 1, it is their smoothing primer. And it's amazing with that foundation. For my brows, I love Benefit Gimme Brow. By far the best brow product I've ever tried. I plan on having my eyebrows microbladed, but I can't right now while I'm breastfeeding. But I really don't like them dark. I just like them filled in the sparse areas, especially towards the front. And the Gimme Brow was perfect for that. And they pulled it from the shelves. And when I was in Sephora last time, I asked them what was going on, and they're reformulating the product. So until then, I've been using this, but I don't love it as much. This is the Makeup Forever Brow Gel. It's tinted, number 35. The brush is kind of interesting. It's long on one side, short on the other, depending on what you want it for, but the product comes out, like a lot of product comes out, so I'm constantly wiping the sides. So until my Gimme Brow comes back, that's okay, but I don't love that product so much. And this I recently purchased and I'm so glad I did. So I have lash extensions, but I do really enjoy putting mascara on my lower lashes, because when you have so many lashes on top and nothing on the bottom and it's really bright, sometimes they get lost. So I love putting a little mascara on the bottom, and this is perfect. This is the Clinique Bottom Lash. It's the tiniest little brush and it's perfect for underneath, getting those little lashes, and you don't have to worry about the normal size mascara ones like getting all over your skin under your eyes. The Total Eye by Color Science. This was my daytime eye cream. It also tints. It has a peach tint to it, and it also primes your under eye area. So I really love this. You can use it at night as well. And then I brought 2 little baby bottles of my Skindinavia finishing spray and primer spray to hold my makeup and set. I brought a tweezers, a bunch of Q-tips, a little baby nail file. You just never know when you're gonna have a rip in your nail. And then the rest are fragrances. So I actually used this one up, but I have the full-size bottle. This is by Atelier, the Cafe Tuberosa. I love this so much, especially paired with the Aqua de Parma that I love. So I finished this little roller, and then I also brought Amethyst by Elizabeth and James Nirvana. This one's really good for nighttime. I brought Tom Ford Black Orchid, but I never ended up using it. And then Bobbi Brown Beach. I always pair this with Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess and the Neroli Portofino spray. And that's it, just little Q-tips down at the bottom there. So that's all the makeup that I picked. I really love this cosmetic bag. I don't think I've ever shared it on here, but I really, really love this because it fits so much and it's structured. I can see everything. It's not, you know, randomly being stood up in something like this. You can keep the products flat if you want to. There are little pockets, but I never really use them. But you can actually stand stuff up on the bottom, which I really love, and it fits so much. More so than I ever really travel with. If you would have seen this video 3 years ago, this thing would have been packed to the max. You guys have seen those travel videos, but I've really condensed my collection. It also has a zipper up here, which I don't really use or put anything in there, but yeah, I can't encourage this makeup bag enough. I know it's a little bit pricey, especially for a makeup bag, but it's also great because you can wipe it clean. But I do still try to take care, wipe down my packaging on products, keep my brushes wrapped up, and yeah, this is a good little toiletry case. I also have the little square one, which I love, but again, you have to like put things on their side. You can't stand them up, but that is also a really good, it doubles as a good clutch too. This is just like solely good for toiletries and cosmetics. So that's everything. If you have any questions about the resort that I stayed at, leave them in the comments below. I will put a link to it if you want to check it out, and I will link to all these products that I mentioned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.